another daily roundup of Russian Telegram chatter. Read the disclaimer below, please. Your like and subscribe is appreciated, it helps with increasing the reach of the channel. On Telegram today. Authorities prepare to cut plans to produce 1,000 planes by 2030. Another humiliation for Putin's empire plan. The Ministry of Industry and Trade has developed a concept for a new national project, which, under a conservative scenario, assumes construction of only 235 aircraft instead of 1,000 as previously planned. Realistically, no planes will be successfully manufactured in Russia in the next century, no one will sell us the technology. According to the updated program, Industrial Support for Transport Mobility, the following target indicators must be achieved by 2030. Construction of 299 ships, 235 aircraft and helicopters, production of 618,000 electric vehicles, installation of 3,000 electric charging stations. The share of domestic cars on the market should grow to 55%. Russians advised to stock up on goods. Against the backdrop of problems with payments and the discrepancy between the yuan exchange rates within Russia and abroad, the Russian Asian Union of Industrialists and Entrepreneurs, RAUIE, is predicting a further rise in prices for imported goods, and they are suggesting that they save themselves by using what may disappear from the country. In Moscow, the number of volunteers for the SVO has sharply increased, doubling at once. This happened after the Ukrainian armed forces' attack on the Kursk region. Before that, an average of 97 people a day signed a contract, and after the invasion, their number soared. Statistics from the Unified Contract Selection Point. From August 12 to 18, an average of 180 people signed the contract per day, and from August 19 to 25, 213 people per day. Free land plots of stolen land in Crimea will be issued to citizens of the Russian Federation regardless of their place of registration, upon signing a contract for service in the Russian armed forces in the SVO zone. This was reported on the website of the regional government. Fearing U.S. sanctions, UAE banks have begun blocking Russian payments for Chinese equipment. Since early August, banks in the UAE, particularly Dubai, have begun to reject payments for electronic components and consumer electronics from China by Russian companies, market participants said. The blocking, according to them, is initiated by the Chinese side. Russian organizations used companies in the UAE as a way to transfer funds for electronics to China, but the goods themselves were immediately sent to the Russian Federation. About 10 to 20% of all laptops pass through supply channels in the UAE to the Russian Federation, while for other categories of goods the share can reach 30%, explained a representative of a large electronics distributor. Demand for Schengen visas among Russians has increased sharply due to the increase in the number of trips abroad, which has led to longer processing times and stricter requirements at consulates. Pavel Durov's brother, Nikolai, is accused in France of storing and distributing pornographic materials involving minors. French authorities link Nikolai to the development and support of Telegram, through which the pedophile allegedly distributed child pornography. The programmer has been placed on the wanted list, and his current whereabouts are unknown. Nikolai Durov is known as the co-founder of Telegram and the developer of the data compression algorithm used in the messenger. Georgia's ruling Georgian Dream Party has officially proposed declaring Orthodoxy the state religion. As we know, the Orthodox Church is the fifth arm of state for the Kremlin. And so Comrade Putin extends his control. Putin's playbook with bankrupt African nations. Buy the corrupt leadership, use them in UN votes as Putin sees fit. Now the Comoros Islands are interested in a visa-free regime with Russia and are planning to abolish visas, the Russian diplomatic mission reported. Comoros is one of the poorest countries in the world, with an economy based on subsistence agriculture and fishing. The West has stepped up its attempts to split Russian society and exacerbate inter-ethnic relations, Shoigu said, as head of the elitist Shoigu clan, who are being picked off and eliminated one at a time by competing Kremlin clans. If Pavel Durov had Belarusian citizenship, he would probably have been executed. I don't blame them. They are doing the right thing. Durovs or not Durovs? If you are guilty, go and answer, Lukashenko noted about the arrest of the creator of vKontakte and Telegram. Kadyrov opened a new mosque in the village of Alkazarovo in Chechnya with a capacity of up to 3,000 people. This village has a population of only about 6,000 people, and that's only according to registration data. A couple of years ago, a water well was finally dug there, only one for the entire village, and there are practically no normal roads throughout the entire settlement. But now there is a mosque. According to the Spiritual Administration of Muslims of the Chechen Republic, the number of mosques built in the region is 1455, and there are only 25 district hospitals built. Religion is used to control the masses, hospitals merely fix broken bones. Nazism and homosexuality are the main problems according to the acting governor of the Kursk region, Alexei Smirnov. There are no other problems in the region. He ignores, of course, that since August 6, the Ukrainian armed forces have been in the Kursk region and are already moving to neighboring regions. What a fool this governor is. Poboda pilots are complaining en masse about the airline's strict fuel economy at the expense of flight safety. According to the pilots, the planes are refueled to a minimum, and they fly with only 30 minutes to spare. In the event of a drone attack on Moscow, the announcement of the carpet plan, and a large number of other planes in the sky, a catastrophe could occur. There is barely enough fuel to go to an alternate airfield, the pilots note. Pilots face tough pressure for overspending fuel, while top management receives huge bonuses every 6 months, industry media write. Some captains have already quit because of this, and co-pilots fear that a conflict with the company's management will ruin their careers. In response, Poboda stated that the planes were operating flights with sufficient fuel. The chat is unverified. I do not endorse the views expressed. Be wary of disinformation and DYOR. I monitor and translate Vatnik channels as a general mood check, so you don't have to. I self-fund my work and subscription costs. To those who have supported me on Patreon or buy me a coffee, you are simply awesome.